Right now, there's a huge shift happening in the market in Arizona. And if you don't recognize it, you might miss out, especially if you're a buyer. If you're buying today in today's high interest rate environment, new bills may actually work for you. It might give you a huge advantage that you need in the buying market, but only if you understand how they work. Builders are sitting on inventory right now, and that is really bad for them. Unlike a regular seller, they cannot just wait. There's a lot of cost for builders. They have construction loans, they have interest stacking up every month, they have utility bills, and they cannot just sit on these homes. They're piling up every single month, and they need to get rid of inventory. And here's the interesting part. They're not dropping prices, but they're offering crazy incentives. They're offering builder upgrades. They're offering free appliances. And most importantly, they're offering lower interest rates, which is why it's so important to look at new bills if you're a buyer. You may see builders advertising as low as 3.99% or 4.99% when the market rate is closer to 6.5 to 6.8%. And it's not magic. Here's actually what's happening. They're using their incentives to actually buy down the rate for the buyer. So instead of lowering the price on these homes, they're actually just using the incentives to buy down the rate and offer you a lower monthly payment. And that can make a huge difference to you if you're buying in this market. Right now, monthly payments are more important than the price of the home. Affordability is a big conversation being had with many different industries, but for home buyers, affordability is what's keeping people out of the markets. And new builds, they're offering incentives to make that affordability happen for you. So if you go to that same neighborhood and it's an older home, maybe not an old home, but just a traditional resale home, and you have to use the market rate, maybe 6.5%, you might be paying $3,500 a month. Whereas if you go to the new build, you might get a payment closer to $2,600 a month because of these lower rates, even if it's the same price. This is where buyers make a huge mistake. They walk in without a real estate agent on their side. And the truth is, builders actually bake in the commission to every single price that they advertise. The pricing doesn't change whether you're represented or not. So what actually happens is that you just walk in unrepresented. And builders, they use different contracts than traditional resale. I will say the Arizona purchase contract really puts in a lot of protections for the buyer. But builder contracts, they are definitely leaning more favorable to the builder. Here's the benefits of using an agent when it comes to new builds. You get somebody to look over your contract, especially one that may be unfamiliar to you if you've been looking and signing traditional resale contracts. You get somebody to advise you during the inspections. You can do a pre-drywall inspection. The builder will never tell you about that, but that's the best time to do it because you get to see the bones and the structure of the home without the drywall on there. So you can identify every electrical, every plumbing problem and have the builder fix it before the next part of the process. Another thing that agents do is help negotiate incentives. So while you might get that interest rate, there are things that they may not tell you about, like appliance packages, maybe packages for window coverings that an agent can help you get from the builder before closing. The biggest thing about an agent, especially those with years of experience with new builds and with traditional resale, we have contacts. We can lean on our contacts to help move things along when things go sideways with the builders, maybe timelines and deadlines start being missed. And this is when you as the buyer need all the help you can get, and an experienced agent can bring in the team that they've built over the years to help move things along. Because the truth is the real estate industry is quite tight. There's a lot of real estate agents in the market, but a very small percentage of them actually do business that is worthy enough for them to build these awesome relationships and bring in the A-team when their buyer needs the help. My job isn't just to open doors and find you a new home. It's really to guide you through the process and make sure you're protected, especially in the new build process. And this new build process, if you're building from scratch, it can take anywhere from 6 to 12 months. So it's a long process. And if deadlines get missed, it can really mess up your life when you're planning to move in at a certain time and builders keep missing deadlines. That's really why it's important to have a good experienced agent to help you to navigate that and to make sure everything goes smoothly so that your plans don't get messed up. If you're thinking about buying in the Arizona area and you haven't looked at new builds, you're probably leaving some good opportunities off the table. And if you're walking into these new build community offices unrepresented without an agent, you are at immediate disadvantage. A lot of new builds are very strict about their policy as well. So if you see a new build office, do not walk in there the first time without an agent, because as soon as you do, you lose your right to representation as soon as you sign on the dotted line that you just visited the home to look at the models, not even a contract. They're very strict about that. So if you would like to go tour new builds, all you have to do is tell your agent the area. Let's block out 3 to 4 hours, and we can go and look at every single new build community and sign you in so that way you are represented when you're ready to move forward with one of those communities. If you need help navigating new builds the right way, please feel free to reach out, shoot me a direct message, or click the links below in the description. You can book a call with me, and you can grab my free 90-day home buying flight plan, and I'd love to get started. That's it for the video. We'll see you for the next one.